Hello and welcome to this introduction to TAMONITOR and TA HomeCheck. I'm Chris Wright and I started developing TAMONITOR over 15 years ago, and I'm proud to say that it's been used in some hospitals for as long as that. We've developed TAMONITOR to keep in step with our customers' requirements, both clinicians and patients, and that's where TA HomeCheck has come from. So, therapy audit. Software development providing effective technology which delivers better outcomes. That's us. I'm going to take you on a short journey that shows the development of TAMONITOR and TA HomeCheck. Our journey begins with a scenario familiar to healthcare providers the world over. Lots of people need regular blood testing, and the traditional way of doing this has involved them taking time off to go to a hospital or a clinic to have their blood sample taken. Then what? All too often, they wait and wait and wait for the sample to be processed and their clinician to check the result, only to find that everything's okay. And then they go back home or back to work to wait for the next time they have to make the journey, just to find out they're okay. This may be familiar, but it's also inconvenient for the patients, inefficient and expensive for the healthcare provider, and with modern technology, unnecessary. So what did we do about this inefficiency? Many years ago, in one of the first TAMONITOR hospitals, rheumatology patients were sent to the community for blood testing instead of the hospital, and that saved more than 5,000 outpatient appointments in the first year. So, people go to the community centre instead of the hospital to have their blood samples taken. These samples are sent to the hospital pathology department for processing, and an e-result, electronic copy of the test result, is created and sent to TAMONITOR. By the way, TAMONITOR doesn't have to be operated by clinicians. A clerical person can share alerts with clinicians as necessary. In TAMONITOR, the result is checked for abnormal results or deteriorating trends as defined in rules set up by the clinicians, not us. It also identifies did not attends, DNAs, that is, people who haven't attended for testing when expected. If there's no problem with the result, no action's taken. If there is a problem, an alert is created and made visible to the clinician. Having reviewed the alert, the clinician can issue a treatment change or even recall the patient, and if necessary, escalate the alert to colleagues like GPs. It's also worth noting that TAMONITOR usually has a link to the electronic health record, which enables it to receive updated demographics and other information about the patient. And finally, in order to help patients to remember to go for their tests, TAMONITOR has a texting facility which can automatically remind them of their test dates, as well as being used for other communication. And the end result of implementing TAMONITOR? More convenient for the patient and more efficient and cheaper for the healthcare provider. Better outcomes all round. So where are we going in the future? Patients are being encouraged to improve their health and well-being by self-managing and self-caring. That makes a lot of sense, but we believe you have to give people the tools to be able to self-manage. So that's why we created TA HomeCheck. Intended to support the collection of any kind of data from any medical device in the home, TA HomeCheck enables people to collect both test data and quality of life data and send it to TAMONITOR via an app or a simple text interface from the convenience of their own home and at a time of their choosing. Data can be entered manually or automatically transferred to the app via Bluetooth or wireless enabled equipment. When the data is received, it's checked in the same way by TAMONITOR according to rules set up by the clinician. Alerts and DNAs are identified and dealt with, including escalation to other health professionals and stakeholders such as carers. Advice from the clinician, such as treatment change, can be communicated back to the patient through TA Monitor and the TA Home Check app, and through social media, patients with similar conditions and circumstances can be connected together to share their experiences, mitigating any risk of social isolation that might be caused by spending more time at home than in the hospital or clinic environment. We believe TA Home Check can help patients to be more self-caring and connected. So back to TA Monitor. How does it work? Like the best technology, the hard work's done in the background. The processing of results can be automated so that a dashboard reports any alerts and DNAs as soon as a user logs in. There are three main functions of TA Monitor: scan, trend and DNA, and we'll look at these in turn. Scanning involves checking each value in the test result to see if it's out of range as defined by rules set up by the clinician. Rules are very flexible, and different ones can be set up for individual clinicians, treatments and or combination therapies, patients by gender, or even individual patients. If any of the data is out of range, an alert is created and will remain in the system's dashboard until a TA Monitor user takes responsibility to dismiss it, recording the action taken. This maintains a comprehensive audit trail and applies to trending and DNAs as well. Trending looks at cumulative data over time and identifies deteriorating trends in data according to trending rules set up by clinicians. Identifying deteriorating trends early clearly has the potential to avoid inconvenience to the patient and the expense of unnecessary hospitalization. The identification of DNAs is especially important when patients are expected to go for blood testing in the community. TA Monitor calculates the next date of testing from the receipt of the last received test and according to frequency of testing rules set up by clinicians, as usual on a treatment and or individual patient basis. If a result is received when expected, the next date is automatically recalculated. If not, an alert is created and a text message reminder can be sent to the patient. This core functionality within TA Monitor provides an automated and safe way of monitoring patients in the community living with long-term conditions and who are at risk of adverse events and deteriorating health. We know it works as it's been used for many years with many patients. If it didn't work, our clinicians wouldn't use it. If you need more information about TA Monitor and TA Home Check, get in touch with us. We're always happy to spread a good news story.